I know our focus is on riparian areas, but we can't not talk about water. And there's some things that may be considered that address water issues, and particularly water quality within this framework as well. There's 3 key water strategies that we're really interested in the work we're doing around the Jordan River. First is getting more water back into the streams. That means conserving water, reducing the diversions. The Jordan River is almost 100% diverted at the point of the mountain into all the canals that feed industry and agriculture and culinary water systems and things like that. Getting more groundwater, getting water back into the ground, not just, when we started paving things 100 years ago, you got to do something with the water, and we put it into pipes and then send it to our natural waterways, and we're kind of learning some of the consequences of that we really do need to find ways to get it back in the ground. And then improving surface water runoff, trying to eliminate the contaminants and other things. I'll just show you a quick series of images here about some of the reasons why this matters. This is the Jordan River in Lehigh. It looks really wonderful, and it is. It's a great section of the Jordan River to experience. This is what it looks like about this time of year when there's not much water in the river. We did a paddle the entire length of the Jordan River back in 2022, just as we were coming out of the pandemic, and we thought we'd try it in April. Not a great idea because they hadn't opened up the floodgates in Utah Lake yet, and they weren't evacuating water from Utah Lake like they did last year. And so we were just kind of slogging through the mud. It was a great experience. This is what the Jordan River looks like after the first dam right at the Utah-Salt Lake County line. It really is just a stream at this point. This is what it looked like last year because of all the water that was being evacuated out of Utah Lake. Sorry, my video didn't run there. Anyway, I was going to show you that the floodgates were just wide open, and there was about maybe 900, 1,000 CFS coming through this first dam, the Turner Dam, right on the Utah-Salt Lake County line. This is why it matters because, as I mentioned, the storm drains all lead to the Jordan River. This is, I think, a portion of the Dry Creek tributary down in the Alpine Highland area in Utah County. This is what it looks like as it continues through Lehigh, and this is just about a quarter mile from where this tributary meets the Jordan River. You can see the storm drain on the street, and you can see the outlet. Usually this is all hidden under layers of earth and infrastructure, and here you can see it really directly. This is where the storm drains go. They go right to the water body. And if you don't believe me, I took a picture of the pipe so you can see the light at the end of the pipe coming from the street. These are streets at the top picture here. This is my neighborhood. We're trying to create ambassadors so that people know that no matter where you are, you're connected to all of these waterways. This is 2100 North in Lehigh. Even big streets have storm drains, and they usually enter right into the river. This is what the outlets look like from the river. You can see them all here, and often what gets associated with those, a lot of organic material and a lot of litter that ends up as a result of those. There are some really transformational things that are happening. I had a wonderful experience in Europe a few summers ago and took a lot of pictures from my tour there of great infrastructure that creates pervious pavement. And there's even some examples, great examples in the US. These are some of my favorite places in Seattle, in Chicago, in Cleveland, and even the Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District in West Jordan, which has great pervious paving. So I'll wrap up with just a few encouraging things. We're really, really pleased with this Localscapes program of Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District, which is getting people thinking really differently about what their yard looks like, or the landscape around their business or their church or their school. We have this great initiative that we launched with the Jordan River Commission, first Friday and second Saturday, get people thinking about their connection wherever they are to the Jordan River through this Love Your Watershed program. There's some really innovative infrastructure projects going on. This is the Cornell Wetland area in Rose Park of Salt Lake City. The engineer's right in the back of the room there. And this is a project that, rather than just dumping stormwater right into the Jordan River, channels it through an engineered filtration system. This is the first active water treatment plant for a stormwater system in the Wasatch Front, and has really transformed what was really awful water coming in the Jordan River to what now looks like an emergent stream. It's pretty remarkable. We have incredible volunteers that are doing all kinds of work, cleaning the river, cleaning the streets, planting and things like that. I'll just leave you with this last image of what kind of inspires me. So just a couple of years ago in the fall, I had an opportunity to paddle the Jordan River. It was about a week after the first big snowstorm of the season in October. And this is the Three Creeks confluence, which peeled back some layers of infrastructure and opened up the confluence of immigration parties in Red Butte Creek, where they entered the Jordan River from a culvert. On this particular day, it was just getting runoff from that first heavy snowstorm, and it was coming out crystal clear. Usually the water I see coming out of the culvert of the Three Creeks confluence is after a storm event when it's just filthy. But on this particular morning, and I stuck my paddle down, it was 4 feet deep, and you could see the gum wrappers and plastic bottles on the bottom of the creek and read the labels on them, and it was pretty remarkable to think that, you know, we could have water like this flowing into the Jordan River. So hopefully there's something in here that will inspire you. If you want to reach out and get more information, you can find the Riparian Ordinance Toolkit on our website, jordanrivercommission.gov. Feel free to reach out to me. And with that, I'll turn the time back over to Christine. Thank you and good luck.